Hello everyone, this is Mark Gross, Superintendent of the Mars Area School District. I wanted to do a quick video for you today as we head into the Thanksgiving season. I wanted to highlight some of the things that are going on in the district. 2.5 years ago, it's hard to believe, I started at Mars and did some video communications when we were dealing with the COVID issues on how we were going to keep schools open, and slowly weaned away from that. But over time, had a chance to reflect, and I think it's important that every now and again I would like to come on and give you an update on where we are as a district. As I said earlier, year 1 and year 2 were COVID years. Year 3 I was looking forward to, finally in. We're back to normal, a fresh start. You may hear a lot of things about learning loss and those type of things. Because we stayed open years ago, I think obviously learning loss has occurred nationwide and in every district. But at Mars, I feel that we've sort of maximized our ability to try to keep kids on track throughout those years. So this is our first year of a fresh start. I wanted to highlight a few things that we're working on. The academics, you hear a lot about the learning loss. We obviously did the spring Reading Rockets program. We did the summer Liftoff to Success program. We'd like to replicate those efforts this coming school year. We're doing something new and different K through 8 and in our special education classrooms, some of our special education classrooms. We're piloting a program called IXL. It's basically a diagnostic and an intervention online resource tool. The elementary schools are working hard at trying to implement that. And again, it's just a pilot. We're trying to maximize our ability to diagnose and prescriptively teach students to the best of our ability, especially based on some of the past couple of years and it being very well noted that there was, quote, learning loss. So we're trying to implement things where we can diagnose students and prescriptively teach to those. In the elementary schools and in our middle schools, I'd like to thank our ITCs for piloting that. We met with the association and board, representatives of the association and board last week, and we realized that pilot's going quite well, but in some of our younger grade levels, we may want to be looking at additional resources. So I just wanted to bring up the fact that we are piloting some things on top of the things that we've already done. One of the things that we've done also, if you followed us in the spring during the budget season, we brought back a lot of positions this year, and it's part of our goal of moving Mars from good to great. We added 3 elementary teachers, which certainly helps with class sizes and also our intervention efforts. But we also added back counselors in each and every school building. One of the things we focused on very hard post-COVID was the, quote, learning loss, but what we're working on now also is the social emotional needs of students. You may have seen that we wanted to pilot a program in the spring, but after much discussion, and I'm glad that discussion occurred, we have to sort of stay in our lane. So we're backing off one of the pilot programs that we wanted to do, and as far as checking in on students socially, emotionally, because we didn't want to overstep, based on some current concerns that some parents have that maybe the lines were being blurred between school and home, and we certainly don't want to do that. So we're continuing to utilize counselors at each and every building to do that. We have a grant that's written. Right now we're hoping to get a behavior specialist in place by the end of the year, and also an additional psychologist that will help with that goal. So we're working academically, but we're also well aware of the social emotional needs of students. So we'll continue to try to find ways to build our students up and to make sure everyone's okay and ready to learn each and every day. So thank you to our counselors and our psychologists, and again, we're hoping to have a behavior specialist here in the spring. Academically, one thing I wanted to highlight that we're doing, Ms. Roswald, you may have seen, she approached the board last week. We were meeting behind the scenes on trying to increase the rigor and relevancy of our high school course offerings. That's been a goal of ours since day one. We hired a tech ed teacher this year, which was new, and also an additional English teacher. And through that, we're now able to offer 6 additional electives next year. Our goal is to try to have students have the ability to take higher level science, math, and or communications courses as we move through. That's been an outcry that I've heard since I've been here when staffing was short. So I'd like to applaud our board and thank our board, and basically thank everyone that was involved in making those recommendations with the additional staff. So we have counselors now in each and every building, 3 additional elementary teachers for academics, and we also added 2 new positions at the high school, which is going to be the net result of 6 additional classes to be offered next year. So that's pretty exciting. So with that being said, it's just sort of a quick hitter, some of the highlights of some of the things that we're doing. Moving into the holiday season, I just wanted to create a quick video because I haven't done one in a while, and they were COVID related in the past, and I think it's important to try to get the message out of some of the things that we're working on. So in summary, continuing with the academics and the social emotional learning needs of students are of utmost importance. One thing I want to highlight before I close, not only nationwide but locally, statewide, you keep hearing of staffing shortages. Thank goodness our teaching staff, we're at 100% capacity, which is fantastic. They're doing a great job. Obviously they were very resilient through the COVID years, and we've grown as a district in ways to strategize and teach kids in tough times. So they're doing a great job. Our support staff, we're still struggling to find support staff, paraprofessionals, custodians, maintenance workers. I just want to thank them for their resiliency and despite the shortages, continuing to come to work every day and allowing us to remain open. It has not been easy, but want to acknowledge them also. So thank you to our teachers, thank you to our staff, thank you to our parents who've been there for us over the last 2.5 years since I've been here and supporting the schools. And I just want to wish each and every one of you a very happy Thanksgiving break. Remember what matters most, and that is your family, the individuals around you each and every day that make your life so special. So as we head into the Thanksgiving break, I want to wish you a very happy holiday season as we move into Thanksgiving and Christmas. And if you need anything from us, you know we're here. Feel free to reach out, and I'll try to return with a video sometime in January as we get into budget season to try to give you a brief update on possibly some new things that we're looking at. So once again, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving.